Good afternoon, and welcome to today's episode of Calgary Business Podcast. It's a short. I'm the host, your host, Alan Wasney, and on the line, introduce yourself, Mark.
Hello, thanks Al for having me. I'm Mark from X528, one of the co-founders, and we've done a few of these podcasts before, but today, very special, exciting day. We have our platform live now on mainnet. So I don't know if you've been
Nice.
following the two listeners that have been following these podcasts since, well, probably last year.
Hey! I take offense to that. There are three people. The third person joined last week. So, Mark, I do have three listeners. They would be very well upset that if you would call them two. So,
Okay, we
but
got
good.
three. Three is a good
So,
number. I
Mark,
like three.
this is good. So I'm excited because the demo. I'm gonna preface this because the reason I'm excited for the demo is there's a guy that you work with called Magnus Dufois, and the first time I ever saw an Ethernet or the Rinkeby testnet on Ethereum was when Magnus he did that. I was sitting in the Qatar and I was literally on my laptop. Like, whoa! He showed the coin movement from the wallet or whatever. I can't remember what it was. Like, literally see that, and here's our MVP. It was a long time ago. So I think I can see now the user graphics were pretty 1990-ish. Today, I think they look much nicer. So Mark, with no further ado, let's go right into the demo.
Okay.
X528 demo.
Absolutely. My pleasure. Okay, so here we go. This is indeed, I'm not sure what this thing's going on. Here we go. Yeah, so this is our product. This is the X528 exchange. So for those of you who might not know X528, we are a decentralized exchange aggregator. So what that means is we search at the moment, three liquidity pools on either Arbitrum or Ethereum to find the best possible price for your transaction. And so the three pools, and you can actually select them here. You see liquidity sources, so you can choose them. You got Balancer, Uniswap, or Curve. Yeah, but we do, automatically it defaults to all three. You can also set your slippage tolerance here too if you want to, so you can define how much you're willing to pay in slippage. Handy for the altcoins or the shit coins if you're trying to get in on them. Sometimes you have to really set the slippage high. But for Ethereum, we're pretty safe. Just look normally. So we've got swap, and again, this is like fresh out of the oven. We literally just went live yesterday. So there's still a few little things we need to update and add and little features that we need to change. But at the moment, this baby's going. And so you can also set yourself a limit order here. So if you want to change, if you want to set the price that you want to pay, if you go back to swap, and you can actually also buy crypto using your debit or credit card.
Nice.
Which is really, and you can buy or sell. So you can on ramp or off ramp through on rampers. So it finds the best. It's also an aggregator. So it finds the best possible on or off ramp. So you can see here they've got a series of different ramps based on your location and based on your ID and stuff like that. Yeah, so it's really a pretty handy, useful tool. So it's just the fundamentals of what you need to get involved in crypto. So you can buy, you can sell.
Well, first of all, Mark, the fundamentals look very familiar to me. From days of just trading and being, going back to my days of having an interactive broker account. So you're an Ameritrade way back when. So what I'm seeing, and again, this is early days, of course, but Mark, I'm feeling the comfort that say a normal traditional investor would be of fiat currencies or fiat money, fiat current whatever stock. So that's what I'm seeing just from your demo. So thank you for that. This is wonderful.
Oh yeah, thanks. We tried to make it just as easy and user friendly as possible. One thing that we've made a list of things we need to update and upgrade. And one of those things includes an exit button from the on ramper because it currently doesn't exist. So you need to click this to go back. Without that, we've got a list. We're working on it, some updates. So that, the next time you log into the platform, I'm sure it'll be a little bit different. Oh, my pleasure. I should have actually have disconnected my wallet here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and disconnect. So
going back to now, for what I'm seeing, it says WETH, WEETH. For the benefit of those three listeners, what is that? What is? Okay, you just said it's wrapped ETH. I knew what it was. So wrapped ETH, Mark. So maybe a quick. What does that mean, just in case or Or do you want to just
Yeah,
Google that?
well, I
Let
mean,
someone Google that.
actually, it's only showing wrapped ETH at the moment because my wallet isn't connected.
Yeah.
Watch, so if I connect my wallet here, if I go accept and read, so it's just our terms of conditions, like saying, you
Sure.
know, usual standard stuff. And here I'm going to actually connect. So currently we're only on Ethereum or Arbitrum. I'm looking to add Polygon and Avalanche and BSC chain,
Yeah.
BNB chain in the coming probably before the end of the year, hopefully. But for the moment, only Ethereum Arbitrum, and I got my MetaMask wallet here, so I'm connecting.
The little fox, I love that guy.
Yeah, there you go. So it's asking me to sign. Yeah, I'll go ahead and sign so I can connect. There you go. Wallet is connected. And yeah, so it's still showing wrapped. So wrapped ETH, the difference between wrapped ETH and ETH. So if you're trading between networks, like for example, if I wanted to put like Ethereum on Avalanche network or on like Solana or like something non-EVM based. So when you're transferring it between networks, you have to wrap it, and it's just adding a smart contract layer around the original smart contract. So like Ethereum by itself, like as a native Ethereum, will operate on any EVM chain. But if you want, so an EVM is, so that's a Ethereum virtual machine.
Virtual
so
machine. Yeah.
Yeah, virtual. Yeah. So, and if you wanted to start transferring between different networks, you actually have to wrap it with another contract.
Okay,
So, like
good.
for example,
I didn't know that technical. I knew it to go cross chain. I didn't realize it was a smart contract to wrap it and bring it over.
Yeah, because
Like
the two languages won't be able to communicate with each other. But if you wrap it with, so like you'll wrap the initial asset with a smart contract that is readable by the receiving chain, and then it can like understand it, knows that it's Ethereum, and then obviously when you transfer it back, it unwraps it and becomes native again.
So do you put tinfoil or wrapping paper or is it some kind of thing,
like the,
and a bow around it? Okay. Thank you.
well, it depends. I mean, if you're sending it nicely, if it's a present, you could definitely.
Yep.
But in this sense, so you can see same here. So wrapped Bitcoin, I mean, Bitcoin always going to be wrapped unless you're going across like Lightning Network or L2. But yeah, so here we've got a list, and another thing, like we're so also looking to change the pins here, so so that you got Ethereum as a standard on the pin, but you can see I had to just search for it, and then it's going to show you all. And because we're hooked into Uniswap, I mean, you can literally get any alt or shitcoin that you want. You can literally get any coin that you want, because like, you know, Uniswap has the most amount of tokens.
For the benefit of those listeners, the one or two listeners that are underage,
I thought you said there's 3.
I'll try to edit that out for Mark. Those coins that are not such nice coins, also known as shitcoins.
The shitcoins?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty standard, I think. But anyway, all right. So I just yeah, I did. There's a lot of shitcoin. I mean, God, those are like 10,000 plus tokens out there. I mean, how many of them actually have value? But anyway, so here we go. Gonna go ahead and swap, and I put a little bit of ETH in my wallet. And again, this is just native ETH because we're operating on Arbitrum, which is a layer 2 network on Ethereum. So like it taps into the Ethereum network, which means like the Ethereum is always going to be
You don't need
native.
wrapped Ethereum.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead here and I'm going to select a token that we want to trade. So I might even buy some GMX, you know, why not? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit max there. Yep. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and swap the token.
Nice.
Yeah.
What is GMX? I'm familiar with the symbol. I just don't know.
So GMX is a trading platform, and actually, I'll use this opportunity to plug. Oh, you don't have
enough. Yeah,
sorry,
this is where. So this is where you have to prove it's a two-step. It's a two-step thing. But because I've done this. I did the Avalanche way back when from Ethereum into Avalanche. So that was a.
So I'm gonna have to just do a little bit less here because I hit max. Oops. Yeah. There we go. So just a small amount. I mean, I didn't put very much ETH in there, but I hit max. But I also need Ethereum to pay for the gas to confirm the swap.
Yes.
That's the thing when you're trading on DeFi on
you still don't have enough.
No, that's a lie. Oh, why is
it's a big expensive because it's 20.
It's
charging you.
Hang on.
20,
no, that's the same.
It's charging you 20 US. Yeah.
I didn't reject the previous transaction. That's why.
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. That was from the one. There you go. Transaction sets. Yeah. Okay, so we can actually, I mean, if you want to view it, so if you use like the scans, like like Etherscan or Arbitrum scans, you can see like, yeah, it's success. So now if I go ahead and I check my MetaMask wallet, hey, shoot.
Yeah, so Arbiscan must be the Arbitrum similar to eScan.
Yep,
This is
it's just for
awesome.
Arbitrum. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is
I
awesome.
need to import the GMX. GMX isn't like a default because that's the problem when you have altcoins that
Yeah,
you're never gonna
you got
get.
the
Yeah, you have to add them manually, a lot of them. Yeah. Oops.
so for the benefit again, there's another guy right here, CoinMarketCap owned by Binance. Binance have a little
Yeah.
troubles. That will come later, Mark, but I don't want
Yeah,
to
I
go
got
into that right now.
the updates going there. Yeah. So we just need just the contract address
52.
here.
So GMX is trading at 52. 52. It's
Yeah.
pretty must be pretty.
But you gotta check the market cap, right? So, hang on. Market cap is 495 million. So not bad. Where the hell's the contract here? Oh yeah. So here you can see here. So this is the token contract.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and add it on Arbitrum. So that's, and again, this is like a little bit of advanced, but that's all right because it's only because I mean, if we had bought like USDT or if we traded like Ethereum for another
Right.
mainstream token, we wouldn't have this issue. But we're gonna need to actually
So you
import
import the
GMX. So I just
tokens, you get
copied.
that address. Yep.
Yeah.
Copy the
And
address.
then now it's gonna automatically identify it as
This is
GMX.
awesome. Jeez,
Yep.
this is awesome.
And now we've got GMX in our wallet. Yep. Just go back.
See
So you
this.
can
See that demo is more. See the advancements made in obviously in crypto since 2018, July 2018, when Magnus first did that on the Rinkeby testnet, which I think Rinkeby no longer exists. This is
No, I think
just
it's like go early, go orgy or something like that's the Ethereum testnet now. I can't remember.
this
Well,
is
anyways, doesn't
brilliant,
matter.
Mark. This is brilliant. So hats off to Magnus and his team and your team to get this far.
Yeah.
And you're what I'm seeing is interface with a lot of other platforms. You've already picked up 3 or 4 here. You've got the 3 swap platforms. You're using
Yep.
MetaMask, which is a non-custodial wallet. So you're really bringing in not just your app, but you're in my view, you're seamlessly crossing, the API linkage. That's the term. I don't know what else is used here, but like to me, this is fundamental, Mark. So the user experience, it's almost seamless, and I think this is very helpful. And what you just did there, for me, it's very beneficial just to see it because I've already experienced this in other formats. So this is great.
Awesome. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm glad. Like there's like some, like I mentioned, it's fresh out of the oven. So a couple of things that we wanted to add is like, now that the transaction is completed, it
Back
says
button or
success,
whatever it
but
is.
it needs to like refresh and turn back
Yeah,
to the original page,
yeah.
right? Which it's just minor things, right? Nothing serious. But the good news is like everything works and it works smoothly. And yeah, that was pretty impressive actually. I do see like Magnus must have done some additions here because it was like one of the things that we were having issues with before was like the speed of
Yeah.
calling the pricing, right? But that was actually pretty fast. I'm just curious here,
Well,
like so
52. You went right to CoinMarketCap. So the API
yeah,
linkage
but look,
with
that's
CoinMarketCap.
fast. That returned that
Yep.
that was like this is a lot faster than it's been. Magnus must have done some changes to make it a lot faster because it's pretty quick. This is a lot
And
faster than
for
it was
me,
before.
it's nice. I mean, you and I are not meaning we're not coders, but
Hmm.
for me, it'd be good at some point for your demo is to have Magnus who talks through maybe some of the nuances, and maybe some that would be important for maybe investor types or folks that just they're also like Magnus, who Magnus has been working in crypto for a long time or in
Oh,
blockchain for a
ages,
long
yeah,
time. Yeah.
yeah. Man, Magnus is just like he's a solid. He knows his stuff. Like he knows his shit, and he's just a grinder, man. That guy just works like that's all
So
that
one
guy
other
does is
thing,
work.
Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. One other thing.
Mm.
So going back to the 3, I think where you swap it, go back to that. I
Yep.
think I saw a curve down there.
Oh,
Now,
you mean like the pools that were accessing
there
to
you go,
this one?
liquidity sources. So
Yeah,
curve.fee, their website, and you don't have to do this now. I'm not here to slag them or anything, but
yeah.
curve.fi, it's like really, I don't, the user, I don't know if they've changed that because
Oh,
I
the
was on
curve.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a
They've gotten
19,
like
it's like a
it's really, I know.
1995 website. It's literally
Yeah, I don't know if they did that
hilarious.
on purpose.
Apparently they are because they're backed by like some pretty significant curve.fi. There you go. And so
Yeah,
it's funny. It's almost funny to watch it. An OG in this, not this
yeah,
space.
yeah.
I'm not
Well,
an
it
OG in
reminds
this
me of
space.
like DOS, man. Like you remember
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah. That's
early
right.
Windows days.
Yeah. This is kind of
Yeah,
it. This is, yeah, there's ETH theory.
yeah.
Oh, I thought it said ETH scan. So there's curve on the left. I
Yeah,
recognize
so
their
what we do
symbol.
is like we hook into
Yeah.
so we hook into Curve, we hook into Balancer, we hook into Uniswap, and then we find so
Nice.
like let's say if you wanted to whatever, you could make the same transaction here, right?
Yeah.
Although I don't think
Yeah.
they offer GMX on
Well, no, I just wanted, it was more of a personal, but I had
um,
seen curve. I'm familiar with it for the last couple of years. I,
mhm.
I don't know what the look of it because you're just on the thing. But if you go into curve, you just maybe it's just maybe they have upgraded. It looks a little upgraded. This picture
It
here
does look a
looks.
little upgrade from the last time I went there, man.
Yeah,
Last time we were there, I was like,
but
what is
Uniswap,
going on?
Uniswap
Yeah.
is quite big. I mean, I
Yeah,
remember, and
Uniswap's
I
pretty solid. They
been around for a
I
while.
mean, well, they're the biggest decentralized exchange, right? I mean, by
Okay,
far, I think they've got like a trillion in TVL or something like that, like a trillion in trades or something. I can't remember some crazy number, but they are
sure.
definitely by far the largest. Yeah, I think they actually. Let me just take a look at the Swamp, and they are coming out with a V4. But the best part about our platform is like we're not competing directly with these. Yeah,
No,
1.5 trillion in trade volume. We're not competing directly with these platforms. What we're doing is providing the users the ability to compare, like instantly compare prices across them and finds the best price, right?
yeah,
So that's what
yeah,
we do. We look at for like the same trade that you want to make. We look at all these different sources. Well, currently only three, but we will be adding more liquidity
sure.
pools to it. And then so we identify like, hey, this is where it's available for your trade, and then we find the best price and return that. So then like you don't have to go and look at all these different, open a bunch of different browsers and try and find the best price at the same time. No, we just
That's right.
consolidate
That's
that
right.
and do
You
it
do it
for you.
for you. That's a
Yeah,
beauty, and that's old school kind of market makers or whatever. And for the benefit of anybody, the FTX story. That's how he made his money, or how he made it.
yeah,
He's
arbitrage.
just arbitraging against the different trading platforms, and he
Hmm.
and exploited that. And unfortunately, he went the wrong way with FTX. But his beginnings were based on this exactly scenario: searching the best price and taking the
Yeah,
arbitrage.
exactly. Yeah, see, well, I think Magnus, like I know he was working on it today, and it's like
Yep.
it's a lot faster because like when we launched it yesterday, it was like you see here, if I want, okay, let's say for example sushi, right? If I want something
Yep.
like how it returned that price pretty
Really
quickly.
quickly, very
Yeah,
quickly. Yeah. So
yesterday
it's
was like when we first launched yesterday, it was taking like probably about 10 seconds, which I mean is not long, but in today's world, it's like 10 seconds. You're
people
like,
want
oh
it
man,
quick.
like
Yeah.
yeah, like where's my
But that's a
I want to make my
differentiator,
trade.
Mark.
It
That's a
looks good,
differentiator
man.
because if others
Yeah,
aren't integrating well, they don't write the code,
looks really
whatever it
good.
is, right?
Yeah.
I mean, going back to 1995 when Windows 95 came out, and it would
Mm-hmm.
constantly crash because of the interface, the bridge, right,
Hmm.
between the DOS-based platforms or whatever. There was always building that bridge and that functionality or that user experience. Because people get
Yeah.
frustrated, right, by speed, or
Yeah.
people get frustrated if it crashes, or if they got to re-download the app, or so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They just don't want to like, well, I mean, I think everything is so instant. Like today,
yeah.
how people just don't have the time span. And not in a bad way. I just think like we've become so busy that you want stuff instantly, right? Because you
You
have
want
so
to,
much shit to do on your plate, and you're
because you
like, hey, I
have it,
don't want to like wait because they got all this other stuff to do or whatever,
but you
right?
also have, Mark, you also have the comparison of someone else who's got it for whatever it is, your Amazon experience or your Netflix experience, or if the new comes in with a lower user experience, people are going to go away, even if you're busy or not. It's just you're like, wait a minute, I came to used to my XYZ, whatever I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing else outside of this, and I come to this and like no, right? So if you don't have that, it's about what people are used to. I mean, it could be a function of a lot of things, but that's one. If you're experiencing something similar or even completely different, is like, gosh, why should I do this? I don't want to switch banks, or why should I do this? I don't
Yeah.
want to switch phone providers or whatever, right?
it's convenience, and it's like, it's what you're used to, right? And it's
Yeah.
and that's what we're trying to provide, just like convenience and simplicity. I think that's like the two, just being easy to use and making it convenient, right? So yeah,
This
so
is
that's pretty
brilliant.
much, I mean, from a high
That's your
level,
demo.
that's yeah, that's the demo. I mean, if you got a couple, like, that's pretty much it. You can add your own custom token here. And even on the routes, you can see like here, okay, it's checking the balance there. Um, so you can see here, it's even gonna show you like the
So
route
this
that
is
it's
not
taking, right?
trading
So,
advice, just to be to be clear.
no,
This is not trading
no, there's
advice
no
because
advice here. No, no,
Mark
no. I
has
mean, we're
only
not
got
like
two
recommending.
cents in his he's only got 2 cents
Yep,
or two,
2 cents
what's
in
it
my
called?
account.
Yeah. Two Satoshis. You only got two Satoshis
Two
worth of thought.
Satoshis. Yeah, this is looking, this is the gas fee in way, right? So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
another, but yeah, yeah, I mean, it's pretty solid. So yeah, that's the product. So yeah, looking forward to rolling that out here pretty soon. Stay
Well, Mark,
tuned. I
thanks for
think,
that. Thanks for sharing that. Let's end there. And
yep.
anything, is this is obviously not available to the public yet, but you're on that way, demoing it. Have you got people demoing
Well,
this
I
now?
mean, it's open to the public. Anyone can use it.
Oh,
We haven't
okay.
officially, yeah, we haven't like officially announced it that
Yeah,
we've launched, but I mean, you can hop on there and use it right now. No one's anyone can use it, and it works, and it's been audited. So we've got the contracts audited by PeckShield.
nice. Yeah.
That audit report is on our website. So there was a few things that they had identified that we need to fix, and we fixed them, and so then the audit passed, and now we are live.
So, Mark, let's upload this. Let's, for the benefit of those three listeners, let's upload
Hmm.
this. We'll give links. We'll put this as a podcast episode. You'll obviously
Yep.
have this demo to share with others, and anything you want to share, including the link if that's appropriate, link to your
Yeah.
website, and anything else. And one final word, Mark. How do people get a hold of you? How do they find you?
I would say follow us on Twitter or on Telegram. But really, I think Twitter, Discord, Telegram, that's the best places to stay in touch
Okay.
with X528. Most of our announcements we do on Twitter, and I think most people have Twitter, right?